With signing day today, one of the big gets was Audie Crooks. She was somebody that was really in high demand. How soon did she pop on your radar, and how soon did you start coming after her?
Probably when she was a freshman in high school. We'd heard about her, and then you saw her play. Like everyone, you just kind of keep an eye on any kid that plays in the post. Sometimes you just gotta make sure you pay attention. Some are more ready than others, but right off the bat, she had really good footwork. She has great hands and just an amazing, infectious personality that I thought really fit. So we went to work, and obviously our goal is to start always with the in-state kids, and we are Iowa State University. So that's kind of how it started, and it's a very good process, very clean process. They handled it great, and we're fortunate that she's part of the family.
I've got in the back of my mind, she said you guys reached out to her early. Was she one of those people that, like, as soon as you could reach out to recruits, like, was she the first or one of the first you called?
She definitely it was as early as you could. I think, like I said, I think it was probably freshman year in high school, and you have to go through the coaches, and there's timelines for it. So there was a indirect, you'll watch play, then you talk to the coaches, and before we could actually, the challenge is you always try and get them on campus and to a game, and you just kind of evolve. She came to camp, all the boxes that you normally check, but it was a really good process, and certainly, like I said, we couldn't be more excited about her, and wonderful family, and it's an exciting time for all of us.
What do you kind of? I'll ask about the other ones too. I
No, that's
promise.
okay.
But
No, that's
just
okay.
what do you kind of forecast for her career?
Well,
and do
yeah.
you remember when she called and committed? I know you've got some funny stories about remembering when people commit.
Yeah, I mean, it was, well, as far as her commitment, she actually called and committed, and our family, we had the family at Disney World. So
You were at Disney.
we were
World?
at Disney World, and I told the grandkids, might help you get another trip to Disney World, is what I told them. And they were all in the room, and so it was a pretty cool night. But yeah, she wanted to do it at that point. But it was, it was a lot of fun to go through it with her, and certainly that was a highlight for us. And I think for us, obviously, when you lose Steph, B, Mo, Ash, I told her, I said, if she doesn't play next year, it'll probably be her fault, because there's a great opportunity there, and she's surrounded by some really good guards. So I think the combination of playing time and the system and who she's playing with all kind of came together for us.
Who all was in the room with you? Was it just a hotel?
It was Billy, Will. Will's always involved in everything. Camden. I think the ladies were taking care of the girls, so we could at least listen to what was going on. So it was mainly the guys sitting there on a Zoom call, and then we got everyone over and said hi to her real quick. But it was a cool thing to do it. And when a kid calls and does it that way, it's you never know when it's going to happen. But she really there was a certain timeline she wanted to do it on, and that's recruiting. As we all know, recruiting takes over a lot of things. It doesn't matter if you're on vacation or not. When that call comes, you take it.
What's it like? Was it difficult going after this Jones sister when you have an inside edge already on the whole family?
I don't. The one thing about Kelsey, and really, Ash, Aubrey, Kelsey, all of them, they're from the same family, but they're all their own person. And I don't know that Ash being here helped or hurt. I don't know if Aubrey being here and gone helped or hurt. I mean, Kelsey really enjoyed what we're about. She likes the way we play. I think the family sees Iowa State women's basketball as something that's been really good for their family. She fits our style. She fits the timeline of it. So, all the kids we got, Tommy, I think it's not just they're really good players. They're really, really good people. They fit what we needed at the time we needed it, and they committed fairly early in the process. So I have a group text with the 5 of them that we're constantly in communication. So they're already a little bit more connected than maybe some recruiting classes. So it's been good, and I'm glad today's finally here, and we can announce it and celebrate it and give them their time to celebrate with their family and friends.
Are you done?
I think we're done. I mean, I shouldn't. I think we're done today, I guess. But we live in a world now where you never know. You think you're done, and then there's a thing called the portal, and things change all the time. But as of right now, yes, that this will be the group that we sign in during the early period, and then we'll kind of evaluate the team as the season goes on. But yeah, as of today, I think that's the class, and it's a really good one, and our fans are going to enjoy those guys.
Bill, I know you're a big guy that kind of cheers for all the sports at Iowa State. What's it like to see a signing day that, and I know it's unofficial, one's ESPN, one's 247, but top 10 recruiting classes on the same day for men's and women's basketball?
No, I think it's exciting for a lot of reasons. I think what it does is hopefully it gives our fans even more reason to continue to be excited about not just the present but the future. Obviously, the guys that TJ and his staff signed are outstanding players. I watched a couple of them, in the gym working out when they were here, and they can obviously really play. And I think the one thing I've learned in my time with their staff is they know what they want, and they know the kind of person that they want. And it seems to me like they got them, and I think that's a credit to them and the work that they've done. And it's just another thing about our school. It's another thing about the fan base and the university. That it's a big deal for all of us. So certainly a big day to congratulate them as well.
Is this the best shape you guys have been in at the same time as programs since you've been starting, I guess?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, we were pretty good back before you were born. When back when Coach Stacy and Coach Floyd, and I think Iowa State men's basketball in my time here has been really, really good. I don't know if, where they are. I mean, obviously every program has its dips, from time to time. But I mean, in the time that I've been here, there's been a lot more great than not so great. So I think it's fun to see just a new group of guys and a new style and a new environment. And I really the guys that he has now, they're really good guys. Like, we're in the same building, so it's like every time you see them, hey, coach, what's up? Good luck tomorrow. I mean, they're just really good human beings, and obviously they play really hard, so that's a good thing too.
First of all, my sincere apologies for not being early enough.
That's okay. That's okay. It's not a problem.
Thanks. And
Just next time, just say that you're on Deb time. If you're on Deb time, you're usually pretty good. If you're on my time, it's a little bit different.
Gotcha. We'll do. The game coming up and looking back at the last one, how nice was it? We talked about defense after the game and being consistent there. How nice is it to set a pretty high ceiling, it feels like, for yourself defensively on which to build from versus, hey, we shot it great and maybe didn't defend as well as we wanted?
No, I think that's, obviously a huge piece of, I've never understood the whole concept of this person's a two-way player. It's basketball. You're supposed to be a two-way player. I've never understood that concept. But, with the teams that we play, we're going to play really good defenses, and we're not going to be able to score at the level sometimes that we want to score, so we better be able to defend. And some games, could be 90 to 80, but you better be able to win a game, 62 to 60. And you don't do that by accident. And our kids have done a lot of work. My staff, like I've said in the press conference, Coach Steyer and Billy have kind of taken over our defensive plans and how we want to do it. And I think our kids have responded to that. And, that's what the non-conference is about. We're going to see a lot of different styles. And I thought we handled the other night really well, considering, like I said, they ran a lot of stuff we weren't expecting. That's my fault. And then tomorrow we'll see a lot of different things too. And then we'll have a few days to get ready. And then you go play UNI. So it's been good, and hopefully our kids, Rob, I think they take a little bit of pride in playing defense. We're not going to get the credit, like I said, and that's fine. But it is something that they really want to be good at, and I think they understand that if they're pretty good at it, then that'll help our team, because I think we do have the ability to score the ball a lot from a lot of places.
And you talked a lot about how you haven't had a player like Stephanie, obviously in a variety of ways, what you can do offensively, inside, outside, but also you haven't really had a rim protector like that. And she clearly showed that in the first game, and obviously she's going to adjust, going to face different level athletes in the Big 12 probably, but how much did she show you there, and just how much does that help, a team committed to defense, players committed when you know, hey, if I do slip up a tiny bit, she's right there.
No, I think it's really important, and every day she gets better. Every day she accepts what we're trying to do, and we are trying some different things, with her that we haven't done in the past, and she can do a lot of different things. I mean, she moves her feet really well. She can go out in space and guard. She can hang around the basket, like you said. Like in the women's game, there's not a lot of people like that, and the goal for us is obviously. The speed of the game, the physicality of the game she's going to see, keep her out of foul trouble. I think she learned that the other night. All right, I got to be a little smarter. You're going to foul, but don't get the silly ones that put you on the bench. And but just an amazing kid, and she's just getting better and better every day. And she's a phenomenal teammate. And I do think she's going to continue to get better and really impact our team. Probably on the defensive end even more than offensively, which that says a lot here.
One thing you've mentioned about this team is having like 7 starters on the roster. Is the roster flexibility something we're going to continue to see throughout non-conference play?
Yes, that's the goal. Every day we practice every lineup we can think of. The other day, Ashley Jones was playing point guard. Our job is always plan ahead. What if Lex and Emily Ryan are in foul trouble? Steph was in foul trouble, so we play 5 guards, meaning 9 Asher guards. Play Ash at the 3 with 2 big guys. There's 200 minutes available. Those 7 are going to get a lot of it. And now the goal is, can we find someone we count on in that rotational piece? Maggie, Izzy, Sean, get B back. But yeah, those 7 are going to rotate, and we'll figure out, hopefully game to game, what the best way to use them.
And how's the players' reception been throwing these different lineup rotations?
No, they understand it. And I think to their credit, they know that if you want to play, I mean, it's you got to compete for playing time. When you're on a good team, that should happen, And I think they all understand it, and they all know that, versatility has always been valued here at both ends of the court. You don't want to be one-dimensional in what you do, and our players understand that. They like that. And the other part then becomes, kind of goes back to what Rob asked, can you defend? Can you rebound? Can you take care of the ball? So many young people are defined by, most young people don't get to go to a press conference if they don't score. So they have to learn that, you're still important if you're not scoring points. So when you play 7 players, you got to find that niche, and I think our kids have embraced that, and they understand it.
What kind of style does Southern play? Is it different from Cleveland State a lot?
Yeah, they're a little more undersized. They play a lot of guys. They're going to play a lot more pressure, man-to-man defense. Cleveland State plays a matchup zone, and that was something we hadn't seen, and it was great that we did see it, because we very rarely see zones. But I thought that was a great thing for us. But Southern's going to play a lot of different players. Obviously, Iowa beat them pretty badly the other night, but it's more pressure defense that we didn't see the other night. So that'll be good. Can we handle the ball? We got, can't turn the ball over 17 times like we did the other night. So that'll be the point of emphasis today in practice: handle the pressure.
And then, sorry if I missed the availability if you mentioned this, but do you have an injury update on Beatrice and Maggie?
B's not available still. Maggie is out of her cast and getting better. My guess is there's no chance either one of them will do anything before Thanksgiving. kind of the goal is when we come back from Oregon, we'll kind of reevaluate everyone and see. But Maggie's out of her cast, and B's working out, but not neither one will dress tomorrow.